Did you want to do the intro? Actually,
I did.
All right.
We're in the same. I don't know if you could tell by the Marvel stuff behind Jacob and the Marvel stuff behind me, but this is the Lazy Thinker Show. Jacob is your host. Joined with him is me. I don't know how to do it backwards.
Yeah, you didn't have to do it backwards. I do appreciate the effort.
Well, I don't know how to do. Hi, it's me, the one that's always joining Jacob on his Lazy Thinker Show, and then the host, Jacob Wheeler, joining me today on his podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah.
Just for the record, this was the most annoying podcast or show that we've ever had to set up or prepare for.
We set this. We've been working on this. We got here at like 2:30.
We made good time at the beginning,
and it is 5:00. We started later than we do on Riverside. We were all like, yeah, let's do it in person. It should be like
we can get it done sooner because we just started earlier.
Yeah, and then it's pretty convenient. We're right by each other.
Things did not work out that way.
Yeah, we're recording on separate things, so
I remember the date. The last time we recorded an in-person episode. All right. First of all, I've been having a lot of fun doing it over the internet. Riverside has been great. It makes it super easy to edit between clips and stuff. But I was looking over some of our first 5 episodes, I think, that were in person, and there's just a vibe to that I really liked. Obviously, they're edited way different than what we edit now. Now it's a lot more fast paced and just topic to topic. But before it was like a conversation. But it was just like really cool for us to be in person together. This is episode 14, and so this is going to be a trial run for a while. I'm going to try to edit this as best as I can, but it's definitely a trial run.
It would have been a lot better. It would have been a lot easier, and we would have been ready sooner if it wasn't for the fact that y'all probably see me in the other episodes making sure I'm checking myself out and trying to look pretty. But that's what I keep trying to do, and every angle is horrible. The Riverside, that was my favorite part about it. It's just directly like this, and I can see myself.
It's amazing. Like now you're actually in the frame. That's amazing.
What do you mean? Oh, what's biting me?
Last episode I did our ad read, and we saw your fucking eyes, but everything else was cropped out. So
yeah, my chair was actually I'm gonna do the podcast like this. It looks better. Don't edit anything. Jacob's gonna have hell editing this. So.
Oh, absolutely. I can just feel my frustration editing this already.
Yeah, just recording it was hard. I can only imagine how editing's gonna be.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's gonna be good. Last time we met in person for a recording was January of last year, so it's been a year and a half. We're only on episode 14. Pretty wild stat, but we're making really good progress. This is our 7th week in a row that we will have posted an episode. So we got a little thing going here, and I really like the way it's turning out. We've been talking with people about getting different guests on because I really want to interview people, and I believe our first guest is going to be Caleb. He's coming over today, but I didn't want to do the podcast today with him because I wanted to be a little more prepared.
He hates you, Caleb.
Yeah, you got me.
I was just like, hey, let's do the podcast with Caleb. Like, it should be pretty simple and it'd be fun. And he was just like, yeah, but like, I don't actually want to do it. I just feel obligated to, and so
you caught me. You caught me.
How are you gonna do this? Are we like both on screen right now?
Most likely not.
One of us will be, or are you just gonna constantly be flipping back and forth?
I don't know yet. It depends on how easy it is for me to add both video screens onto a split screen. I've never done that before, so this is gonna be it's a first for me. A lot of this is a first for me. This is nice. We're in person again, buddy.
This is kind of like T-Gold.
Definitely getting.
This is exactly how T-Gold looks.
Without the video.
Yeah, without behind the audio. This is for anyone who actually listens to T-Gold. Probably none of you, because I see fucking like 300 views and shit on the Lazy Thinker Show, and I get like 4 views on T-Gold. So y'all are listening, y'all hear me talk about it. We talk about Josh's punk ass, and y'all aren't like, I'm interested to see how it is over there. No. Fake. Also, we came up with a name for our listeners on T-Gold.
Oh, what is it?
Why'd you say it like that?
I'm just curious.
You were like, oh, what is it?
What is it? I was like waiting for it.
It's the Tea Gobblers.
I think we should
It's so good.
The tea gobblers. That's good.
Hell yeah.
Can I show tell us about what you got going on next weekend, and I wanna show them what you're gonna be wearing.
Oh, we're doing a mud run. I believe for breast cancer.
You don't know?
For some reason. No, I have no idea. This was planned like 8 years ago, and we just like I was over because I'm doing it with this girl that I'm talking to, her family. We went to her family's house who we're doing the mud run with, and they were just like, hey, the mud run's next weekend. And we're like, oh, fuck. Completely forgot. Yesterday it was a month away. But yeah, we're doing that. It'll be fun. We're doing T-Gulb as our little sponsor, our little team. And we're T-Gulb gone muddy. And then we'll show a little picture.
Wow, that's amazing how it just follows your hand right there. That's crazy.
Probably doesn't with your fucking whack ass editing. Just kidding. I was praising your editing. I thought it was super funny to zoom in. You're a bitch. I thought this shit was so silly.
Yeah, it was funny. I think I may have told you, but I ended up. So the way we record it is a little peek behind the curtain. Is we record it on Mondays, and then it gives me Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to edit the video and post it on Friday. I ended up not being able to do it on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I got called into work, and so I wasn't able to edit that day. And so it left me editing from 12:30 p.m. all the way until 10 p.m. straight. Like 9-10 hours straight editing that, and I was able to get it done. But I don't want to do that again. I want to edit like a little bit each day. But luckily my hours go down officially this week. Because
school,
your boy's officially going back to school, so I'm it's weird as fuck for me, honestly. We don't usually talk about work and stuff, but I haven't been a non-full-time employee in so fucking long, and it's a weird thing to like take a step back from that and go back to school full-time. Really nervous because it's been 4 years, or it's been 3 years since I've been in school, but really like 4 or 5, like since I've done real school. And so, I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm excited. It'll be good.
You. That sounds like a lot of not fun, but good.
Yeah. Like I just think it's right for me in this moment. Cause I got so jaded doing what I was doing before, and I feel more like myself now than I have in a long time. And I think a lot of that is because I took a step back from all that bullshit. And I'm just excited. Like to get real for a second, I struggled a lot because obviously we all went into the workforce. Like you and I went into the workforce, little blue collar people, immediately out of high school. And like, it was like really fun at first. And it felt like I was achieving a lot or whatever. But I really struggled with like goals and shit, because it's like, damn. So I'm like, at the time I was 19, just about to turn 20, and it's like, damn. So I guess this is what I'm doing the rest of my life. And I really struggled to like find goals, like short-term goals, to make me feel like I'm progressing towards something. And I feel like it started weighing on me mentally. And now that I'm going back to school, it's like, okay, now my focus, now my goal is to just get my degree. And so now I can just grade myself off of the grades I actually get in real life. And for my weak little head, that's a good thing for me. Okay.
That's an interesting way to describe your head. Tristan's a bully.
I did walk into that one.
Go.
I'm not going to fire back just so you look like an asshole right now. I will walk out on my own set. Don't you fucking think I won't.
No, Jacob has a normal size big head.
No, I have, like, now it looks proportional. The issue is that it's been the same size since I was in the 7th grade, essentially. So my body's evened out a little bit, but my head has been the exact same size.
Everyone outside of you knowing them, like when they see you for the first time or they hear you talk, they're always like, he's a looker, or he's cool. He seems like a cool guy. That's what they always say. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
You know what I get whenever people meet me or hear me for the first time?
What, you're hilarious?
Nope, that I'm super cool and sexy. It's a true story. It's actually happened multiple times with random people.
Oh yeah,
mostly like 40-year-old men.
Oh, is that your demographic?
Yeah, apparently, they just think I'm so gorgeous. I don't know what happened. Oh man,
What was that eye roll?
Huh?
What was that eye roll?
I didn't even eye roll. Play it back.
I feel like we're sassier now that we're in person together.
I don't think we're I think that it's just this took so long.
We're just in bad moods right now. Recording.
Like, I'm so upset. I was just all like, fuck. And now I'm like, I gotta still do a podcast. And I just podcasted 2 days ago. And I'm...
Yeah, and we may have to podcast again tomorrow.
No, it's gonna feel like that fucking 1 week where I got burnt out on podcasting. I think it's just the camera on me. I hate. God, I'm too insecure to have a camera on me. You
have no reason to be insecure. That is all in your head.
I'm not looking for
I'm not saying, I'm not giving you a compliment because you were asking for reassurance. I was just fucking telling you.
Well,
so maybe you could accept a compliment here and there.
No, I'm just trying to, this is awful. This is terrible. And he's got this fucking headlight at me. So now I look like I'm
it's called professional studio lighting.
Well, I look terrible.
You look great. Look, you're looking at yourself before I have the sexy filter on, okay?
Before the sexy,
I'm telling you, there's a stark difference. What?
Don't use that. My hair was a little weird when I took my hat off. Don't use that.
I'm gonna zoom in on your scalp immediately.
Stupid. You used the picture in the TikTok or the thumbnail where I fucking pulled my shit out like this. And I look like a fucking idiot.
I thought it looked good. That's why I posted it to the Instagram.
Was it supposed to look good? I was trying to be quirky. Oh, quirky Tristan. How fun. Let's talk about politics.
Okay, Trump's mugshot. That came out.
Yeah, what a
that
fucking
came
king.
out.
Put that shit on your screen.
Yeah, no, obviously, most everybody in the world at this point has probably seen his mugshot. It's a big deal. The first time in history that a president has ever had a mugshot taken. So leave it to Donald Trump again to set some world records. But, the only president to ever be impeached twice, indicted 4 times, 95 counts of all the crimes and shit. And my only complaint, I would think, is I feel like for him to look badass, he should have smiled during the mugshot. I feel like that would have been cooler.
Like a smirk.
Like now, he just looks like a decrepit, pathetic old man in that picture. And it's so funny. Like some of his biggest supporters are like, he looks so cool, he looks so badass. But it's like, no. There was like 18 people who had their mugshots taken that are involved in this indictment, like Rudy Giuliani and all these guys. There was only one person who smiled, and I forgot her name. I'll show her a picture on screen.
That's a creepy one, the creepy ass smile.
Yeah. That one looked kind of badass, but yeah, it's interesting.
In her Joker era.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying his absolute hardest, him and his lawyers. On trial. Georgia's a state where cameras are allowed, and so day for the presidency, or for there's still a lot of people that don't believe that he did anything. Like, if it would have gone his direction, it would have happened that way.
What happened? Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, and they worked their way in. They were all screaming, "Kill, Nancy Pelosi, hang Mike Pence, that shit."
Not Nancy.
And Trump didn't specifically say go attack all these people, but he was like, "We need to fight back with force. We need to do this. We need to do that. Show them what we're capable of." And they all showed up. And it took Trump way too long to call off his people in a video or something like that. And it's crazy because you could argue that the individuals made their own decisions on that day to storm the Capitol, but what happened after the fact when Mike Pence was supposed to certify the election results, the only job that the vice president has in that case is to certify the election results, like just put your stamp on it that everything's accurate. And Trump wanted him to basically say, "No, I'm not stamping this. This is not true. There was election fraud. Donald Trump is the president of the United States." Which is not legal or constitutional, but that's what Trump wanted. He was very open about that.
Not to bring every single episode conversation to the Holocaust and Trump. Not comparing Trump. I don't think Trump is like Hitler. I'm just saying that the way that his voters and the people that really support him react makes it easier to believe that Hitler was able to get Germany to be so anti-Semitic,
Right.
It's just like the way that these people react, it's so insane that there's people out there that can just get brainwashed so easy.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And doing stupid shit like storm the Capitol is like, it's crazy that one person people can just like, I don't know, just really, really fuck with and just be all like, this, and it could be a complete fucking asshole like Trump.
Yeah.
And that makes people do asshole things because they're looking for an excuse to be an asshole. They're like, well, this guy, and he's literally the president.
Right.
And it's terrible. It's pointing out the fact that people are dumb. I just hate that.
No, for sure. And it's like, it goes back to that stat that I read on the last episode where out of that poll that was taken, 71% of the people in that poll trust Donald Trump over any other news source, over their religious leaders, over their family, over media outlets, which is fair to not trust media outlets. But that is the type of shit that, when whatever Donald Trump says goes, and he lies a lot. And so there's a giant chunk of Americans that will follow him to the grave. And they don't give a fuck about the indictments. They don't give a fuck about any of the actual factual information around it. It's crazy.
I kind of wish that Trump was like a supervillain, I wish that he was like trying to take over the world. And I
think he would have. Like, the thing is, like, in his head, I feel like, in his like deepest imaginations, he would have totally accepted if the people would have been successful on that day and had taken back what's theirs, and Donald Trump would have continued to be president. He wouldn't have been like, "No, guys, no, this is not how we do it. It's not how we do it in America." He really
I don't support this.
No, absolutely not. But one kind of glimmering hope and the whole thing is that after the mugshot, and I'll show the stats on the screen like always, but a poll was taken about how many people believe that what Donald Trump did on January 6th was a crime. And 65% of people, 65% of independents, which is super huge in a general election, 65% of those independents believe that he did break the law. And so you're in a spot with the Republican Party where Donald Trump will probably get the nomination for the Republican ticket, but for him to win a general election, like there's no fucking way. Not if 65% of independents think that you committed a crime, and of course like 95% of Democrats will never vote for him. So I don't know. The Republican Party as a whole is in a really weird spot right now. It's weird.
Yeah, Trump getting to be president again. Then again, I still felt like it was very improbable that's the word I'm looking for, maybe, that he was going to get elected the first time. I was just like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, oh, there's like the possibility, but it's fucking Trump.
Yeah, some entertainment guy just popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's definitely never happened ever in history. Definitely not in the 80s. But I was just like, yeah, we'll have our first woman president. Hillary Clinton would win, and it would be a fun show during the election. But then he won, and it was like, oh, I thought I should have known that the society was going to take a little downturn after that.
Yeah. And like, what's funny is that out of all this talk about like election fraud and shit, in that election, he lost the popular vote by a lot. like Hillary won in the people's eyes, and he won through the Electoral College. He was saying, "No, that is democracy working exactly as it should. This is how things run. No fraud in this election." But Joe Biden blew him out of the water, and I know most people don't like Joe Biden. Most people voted for Joe Biden because it was not anyone.
I wanted Bernie.
Anybody but Trump.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, Bernie would have been. That would have been a great experiment. Like a lot of people shit talk Bernie Sanders. Obviously, in the 2016 election, we were like still little. I was just getting into it a little bit. My brother was really into it, and so I was watching it through him. But 2020, whenever Bernie ran, it was a fascinating campaign because he was like. You can disagree on his policies or whatever, but it genuinely felt like what he was saying was coming from a genuine place. Like he genuinely believed what he was saying. And for most of these politicians, you really can't say that.
I don't know anything. I just like Bernie's vibe. I'm just a Bernie lover. I don't know anything about politics. I also don't vote. Terrible, right?
You don't vote?
Fucking losers. Never voted.
Are you going to vote in the next election?
Probably not. My problem with voting is because I know so little about politics. I feel like I'm like possibly voting for the wrong thing. Like, and I'm just helping someone that does not need another vote.
That's fair. I mean, you just really look at like the core values that matter to you and just line up all the candidates that are at the top of the ticket. And
I just sit here and I hear every side talk shit about the other side, and then I'm all like, yeah, well,
that's true.
I like this side. This side seems nice. That other side just is so mean. So I want to do this side.
Yeah. I'm just now getting into it. Like I would not consider myself knowledgeable about politics at all. I'm just like, it's one of my special interests, but it is overwhelming. Like I want to get more involved in local elections because that is actually like what affects you. The president is really just, like we said in the last episode, just a mascot for your country, and so you're not doing as much.
Yeah, and I clearly know. I know. Well versed in this politics stuff.
That's right. That's right.
It's kind of my thing. I'm kind of roping Jacob into it, but you know he'll get there. But yeah,
I'm trying to learn. Tristan took me under his wing, showed me a lot about politics.
My right wing.
There's gonna be a few clips that I post of us just arguing. Dude. I think.
Just make sure. Try to have one clip. I know it might be hard because I have a terrible person. Oh, should I do the mullet thing that I was doing earlier?
Oh yeah, do that.
Do the just fuck.
Yeah, that looks good.
Try to find one clip where like I look like a decent human being. Most clips that you put, I either look stupid or I say look
stupid.
I am stupid and I am a terrible person, but there's got to be at least one thing I say on these podcasts where it's like, oh, Tristan's a normal human, like he's or at least a decent human being.
Fair point. I just like it's the shit that just makes me laugh as I'm editing. I was like, I gotta post this. This is great.
Yeah, I swear nothing. But yeah, we need some more fun clips. We try to be fun over here at Lazy Thinker Show. The
category that Spotify gave us was entertainment news, and I kind of like that a lot. Like where we don't take ourselves too seriously, but we're in our early 20s, and I just want to keep learning just different things about the world, and it's fun to talk about those topics on the show. And I found this. I sent it to you the other night, but this clip of us from like episode 3 or 4 or whatever it is. We were like, we're gonna keep doing this forever. And I really would like to. I really like doing the show with you, and regardless of if we ever actually pick up steam, I think it'd be cool. And Riverside makes it easy.
Jacob's gonna blow up. He's gonna make a video without me, and it's gonna fucking do fantastic. He's gonna be like, hey man, like I'll get back with you, but I'm kind of working on my own thing, and then like he's just gonna forget about me. The Lazy Thinker Show will just turn into the Lazy Thinker Show without me. He won't be all like, hey, I'm your host, Jacob Wheeler, joining me as always. No, he'll be like, hi, I'm your host, Jacob Wheeler. Today we are talking about, and then he'll like go on by himself.
No, I mean, the Lazy Thinker Show is separate from the video essays that I do. Like, that's not the Lazy Thinker Show.
Show is just going to disappear. It's just done.
God damn.
No more.
You just think I'm going to fucking leave you in the dust.
Yeah, this is like junior year. It wouldn't be the first time, so it doesn't matter.
We're not going down this fucking conversation again.
It's cool. No, I'm chilling. This is fun. I like doing it. I think it's been 2 years of even though it wasn't consistent, we still managed to still come back to it.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be good. I think we'll be able to do this for years, unless when we start having a family and stuff, if that becomes. But I plan on being a stay-at-home husband. Hopefully, if my beautiful, hardworking future wife lets me. So I'll have plenty of time to do this.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the gaps stemmed from us feeling like we had to do it in person every single time, and if we're ever just not able to meet, even as we get older and older with our families, we can just pop on the computer for an hour and knock it out.
I can't wait to fucking be like talking to you on Riverside, like, oh yeah, here, and I'll actually know stuff about politics by then. Hopefully, maybe I'll grow up one day, and then I can be like, oh, hold on one second, and then I'll just like put my fucking kid right into the camera. Wouldn't that be so cute?
Dude, it'd be so fucking cute.
Yeah, dude, that'd be so cool. Like, look back to old videos like this one, and then we could actually.
Yeah.
To me holding the kid.
Dude, fuck yeah. Like, that's the cool thing is, like, for right now, it's, like, important for us to have topical things. That way we can get viewers. But as the show continues, if we actually start getting...
so people can watch. That's why no one sees T-Gold, because we don't talk about anything.
But, like, once we actually start getting some viewers that just, like, watch us for us, I want to just... I wanted to document our lives.
Like, really, I mean, we missed the high school part of our friendship, but it'll be like after post high school forward, we'll still get to like kind of have this whole montage of me and your little relationship, and
and this will just be something cool we always circle back to.
Watch us grow, it'll be super fun, super sick.
Can I see what's on your phone in terms of notes?
Yeah, Elon ketamine use, mind reading. Favorite memory from the last year?
Yeah, okay. I was going to ask you, before we get into a couple more topics, since it's been a year and a half since our last in-person episode, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite memory so far, I guess in 2023, but just you can extend it just 12 months, in the last 12 and a half months.
Like in general or with each other?
Favorite memory just in general.
Oh, when I was able to quit my last job.
Oh shit!
Like the moment, like I was like clocked out for the last time. It was so freeing. It was so nice. It was like, yes,
yeah.
Thank God. I was trapped there for 4 years, and then I was able to be free. Not to.
Well, I'm happy for you. I am free as well, just in a different way, I guess.
Yeah.
It's but that's cool. Yeah, I'd say for me it was probably going back to school. Like I really needed that. Yeah, I really needed that. So I'm excited. I'm really nervous, but I'm really excited as well. I'm not a school person. I'm not a person who's good at school. I'm not a person who usually excels at generalized education, but I think it'll be good.
Will be. Just don't learn anything that gets you a career to where you don't do podcast anymore.
No, honestly, that's the thing, and that's like part of the reason why I never want to stop doing this, because it's like, look, there's nothing else. There's nothing else that I want to do passion-wise, career-wise. Like I'm sure I could find something where I'll get a paycheck every couple weeks and I can have a good home life and it'll be good. But in terms of something I actually want to do, making like videos and creative stuff online is really it. Like video editing and just finding different ways to edit a video and plan videos and our podcast. That is what I've had the most fun doing since I was a kid. And I lost it for a while. I got lost in the sauce, in the career sauce, but I wasn't actually happy during that time. And I'm more happy now than I have been in a long time. And it just tells me like I gotta pursue this as far as we possibly can. But yeah, no, I was gonna ask you as well. The Elon Musk Ketamine thing. There was this report that came out like it's on the record that Elon Musk uses ketamine a lot, and does a lot of psychedelic things. And someone who's very knowledgeable on ketamine came out and said that.
I thought you were saying as someone who's very knowledgeable on drugs. I thought you were gonna. Sorry, but yeah. So
no, but this guy was like because Elon Musk has been making a lot of kind of erratic decisions on Twitter, like removing the block button, making a change, going back to the same exact thing as before. He's losing a lot of advertisers, making a lot of just decisions without consulting his board and the other people that run the company. And a scientist is alleging that his ketamine use, ketamine just makes you more likely to make erratic decisions, but you still feel like you're God. You still feel like every decision you make is the right decision. And so that's an interesting thing to think about. Like, he tweets, or exes? He tweets.
Talking about my exes?
No, I'm not talking about your exes. We do not need to go down that rabbit hole.
No, yeah, no, I already told you. We gotta just call him tweet. It's just Twitter.
Yeah, but
he fucked it up, but it is what it is.
But it makes sense though. Like, it seems like this is like a result of drug usage. Not to throw that on Elon Musk if he's not, but
I think he's just weird and has a lot of money.
A lot of money, and just once you get to that point, there's so many echo chambers you get stuck in, where he probably has so many fucking yes men around him, and he feels like every decision he makes is the correct decision.
That's probably the worst part about being rich, is you don't know who's real, you know?
Right.
Like, not like
like who's using
who the
you
fuck is real,
right?
Because you're using so much ketamine. No, like who's fucking true to themselves around you, because a lot of people just want your money.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks, and he definitely does have a lot of yes men. A lot of people that are just all like, dude, you're so right. X, dude, that sounds awesome. That's a great name, dude. You're really changing the game.
It's like, bro,
which is terrible. It sucks, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's just a fucking social media app. At the end of the day, so much hate for him. Who cares? He's just a weird. You're okay. You'll survive.
Yeah.
So far, Twitter still feels the exact same. Sure, it's called something different and sounds, and you know, it's run by a fucking weirdo, but it's like, who cares? So.
Yeah. He wants to make it like an everything app. He wants to make it to where you get your paychecks through there. He wants to make it to where you purchase anything online through X. Then YouTube will be on there. Everything will be on X. And that's such an interesting, ambitious goal. And I don't think that's possible. And I think that's, I don't know, maybe I'll eat my words. I just don't think it's going to be successful.
If it's successful, great. I mean, I would love to have an app that's even better and improved. That'd be cool. But if it's not, then it's also nice to give another app, another creator, a chance to make something that people love. Because Twitter hasn't been around forever. So it basically feels like it. But I think there's just always room to improve, there's always a chance for something better. And that's just... Well, like I said, it's just a social media app. I use it all the time. I got made fun of at work the other day. I got called a Twitter head. My coworkers is like, I've never seen anybody on Twitter as much as you. And I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I'm on it a reasonable amount. Like, I'm really
What's your screen time on Twitter? Pull it up.
Oh, God. Okay.
Well, let's get some actual stats up in here.
Fuck.
I'll pull up my screen time. Well...
Okay, you can still put it on the thing.
I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, post.
It's our camera this time.
Oh God.
We're doing what we can. Okay. And just for the record, my hair looks like shit right now because I forgot my hair product, and Tristan apparently doesn't have any sort of hair product in his apartment, so he let me down. All right, moving on.
On Twitter, 9 hours and 23 minutes.
In the last week?
In the last week.
So averages out to about like an hour and 20 minutes a day?
Which is fine. I mean, if you're just chilling, I'm just chilling. I scroll on there all the time. And it especially like just... Sorry, I gotta fix my hair. I try to be a pretty boy, I try to make sure and look good for you guys because, it's nice.
Oh, yeah, he does. Trust me.
Yeah, I got 9 hours and 23 minutes on Twitter. TikTok 7 hours and 52 minutes, and YouTube 7 hours and 31 minutes.
My YouTube time is like 14 hours or some shit like that.
That's because you're a YouTuber, Jacob.
I'm always on YouTube.
You're a little YouTuber.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't scroll Instagram. I wish I could see my screen time right now, but I don't scroll Instagram that much. If I had to guess, it's like below like 6 hours for the week. Although it may be more actually, because I started posting to Lazy Thinker on there, so I've been using that a lot more. But YouTube is really like, I'm always on YouTube because I really love following like the YouTube culture and just like random niche videos and shit.
I feel like Instagram is starting to become its a former, what is it?
Facebook?
Yeah, I know Facebook, but like, what's it called? Like, it's Facebook's predecessor, right?
Oh, like MySpace or like
no?
Yeah, Instagram is like, I mean, they're owned by the same company. It was made to be two different things, but
anyways, if Instagram is getting the Facebook bug where it's really just for older people. Like, I see some of people our age like still posting. There's still people who post on there. Obviously, it doesn't quite hit that point, but I don't know. It's very formal now. I never get on Instagram like and have fun. I have been getting on Instagram Reels though, but that's just another form of TikTok.
Saw that some of the shit that you've been saying.
Yeah, I was very drunk and I sent you so many things.
I know you did.
Well, I'm going to show them. I actually didn't send you so many things. I think I only send you one thing, the creaming thing.
No, you sent me like 5 things.
Oh, well, then,
or you sent me 2 that night and then like 3 the day before or something like that.
Oh, whatever. But yeah, I got super fucked up.
With who?
Yeah, with someone else. I definitely wasn't alone. I was playing.
I did not mean to put you on the spotlight.
I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I was like, you know what, the super fine chick I'm talking to was like away from the house, and I was like, I'm by myself. I just got Baldur's Gate 3. It's a great game. Let me get into it, but it'd be kind of fun if I'm just like drinking while I'm playing. So I had some Red Bull vodkas, and then it just turned to multiple Red Bull vodkas. And the next thing I know, I'm making country boy TikToks. I'm not country, by the way. Born and raised in the country. Don't get me wrong. I have a country ass, redneck ass family, but I'm just plain. I don't know. I'm just normal. I'm nothing really. Can
I get a round of applause in the chat though for Tristan going viral again on TikTok? Just want to throw that out there. You did like a white girl anthem for you.
People did like the TikTok, which is great. I like when people like my stuff. It gives me that.
The dopamine hits.
Dopamine I need, like, oh, y'all like little old me, and in the comments were nice. It wasn't like, I hate when my video gets a lot of likes and then like people are just all like, this guy looks like a fucking idiot, and I was like, oh. That's never been.
How about I was like, Jesus, that's so mean. And then we're almost hitting our time. I think this ended up turning out to be a pretty good episode. It's definitely a different one than the last 5 we put out, but that's just what's going to happen. The Lazy Thinker Show is going to be an evolving thing. There's going to be different special editions of it. I don't know fully what we're going to do yet, but I have this interview coming up with this. I don't want to say his name yet, just because the date hasn't fully been set yet. But I know you said you didn't really care to be involved in that one.
I just feel like I'd ruin it because it's just
no. I think we have a good dynamic though.
Yeah, but I'm so dumb.
No, you're not.
I'm so stupid.
You could like the icebreaker stuff is like important. That's like good. You can make it less awkward. Because I'm not good at making things less awkward.
Make it less awkward.
I'm not good at it.
Fucking awkward.
I make things awkward by being too serious in the moment. But I think with you and I together, it'd be a good interview. But I totally understand if you don't want to. But there's going to be special editions of it where we do interviews where it's maybe just me, maybe just Tristan on sometimes. The last thing I was going to ask you when we talked about this before the show. But do you have any creator or YouTuber or musician, something you're listening to this week? I want to make this a new segment in our show. You got someone that you've been watching a lot of.
This last week, and I said it, or
no?
Because I know I've told you. I've been watching Critical Role. Go check them out. They're great. They play D&D. They do it's very long videos. It's like 4-hour long videos. But
4 hours, damn. That makes sense.
Yeah,
though.
I listen. It takes me a few days to watch one video, but like, it's just nice. I've been really into the D&D game lately, and they do have fun. I've heard that a lot of people are like, don't watch it and expect D&D to be like that. They do it in a different way apparently or something, but it's a lot of fun. It's interesting. I like the little characters they have, the jokes. It's funny. But that's what I've been into, and they've been really great.
Nice.
And play Baldur's Gate 3. Fantastic. I highly recommend.
I've heard. We should play that together.
You don't play games. Continue.
I play games sometimes.
No, you're not a gamer.
Don't tell me what I am and I'm not.
But I've known you for a long time.
I play Minecraft. I'm a gamer. Don't tell me I'm not.
You're not. It's okay.
Fuck you. The creator I've been watching a lot of recently, but also just a lot in the not so recent past is Colin and Samir. I don't know if you've heard of them, but their description is like about creators for creators, and so they're like super into the creator economy and stuff, and so they're like the center point for the creator economy. So it's like right up my alley, and so they'll do interviews with like the managers of Mr. Beast and the Sidemen and the Try Guys, and they'll just get to kind of know the ins and outs of the industry, which I'm really fascinated by. They also do this podcast called Creator Support, which is really cool because they'll like, the last one was like, how do we make a good enticing YouTube intro for 2023? And it just talks about like the different stuff you could do with your video, which for some reason I'm really fucking into. It's weird, but that's what I'm into. That's what I like. They're great. Colin and Samir.
Why did you stop talking like that? That was your bit. I didn't know what else to do. You're supposed to fucking say something else. That was our episode. Lazy Thinker Show. It's me, your host, talking again. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's a little different. It's a little weird. Like Jacob said, we're experimenting.
We want to
do that in person a lot. I think we just have to find a better thing. Just a better situation, or maybe you need to fix your computer so that we could just do it in my living room.
Yeah, that's probably the move for next week. Probably
be the best option because it's so cramped in here in this little room.
And you're going to live closer to me, so soon you can drive your ass to Huntsville sometimes.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely do that.
We're going to put a pin in that.
Yeah, we're going to put a pin in that. We'll talk about it, but thank you for coming. This was great. This was not...
Okay, sorry, continue.
This is fantastic. This is a blast. All the fun. Did Caleb text you? Oh,
I don't know. Yeah. Do not disturb on. Honestly, he may have tried to reach out in the last 15 minutes.
Well, he also has my number, so if he couldn't get a hold of you, he could have texted me.
Yeah, for
also,
sure.
I look extremely pale. I'm not this pale.
You're not gonna look that pale with the filter on.
We're gonna try new things. It's gonna be fun.
A bunch of new things all the time, but we will always be here every Friday. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok. That's it. Oh, and listen on Spotify. If you were on Spotify today, you did not know a fucking difference. But check out the YouTube channel for weird edits that I have to try to do to make this somehow watchable. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. Penis.